And here is DiVincenzo. He has yet to score. And so in the game for the 76ers, we got Okongwu. Williams is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Brandon Miller. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Here comes the Raptors Wi-Fi, which means we need you to get loud right now.
Deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you could ease back a little minutes-wise, but if you're on the bubble, it is still go time every game.
Williams finds Okongwu. There's Miller with the three. Rebound by the Raptors. King's got his fifth rebound in this one.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Pass to Fear. Defended by DiVincenzo. Now Fears. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Just 5 to shoot. Drains it from beyond the arc. 15 points in the game.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Miller outside. Miller with another miss.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so Miller will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 9 points. Shoots the three. Miller with another miss. Toronto, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Looking around the NBA, Devin Booker, GA, is as good as any two-guard out there.
Obviously, we know how Devin scores it, but what I love, he also can run your offense, and he gives good effort defensively.
Here's Fears. Offensive rebound. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Raptors?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
The 76ers trail by 12. Pass to Alexander. Here's Turkle. From past the arc. Mozgov grabs the board. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And in the pass to Mozgov. Now here's King. Now Podziemski. They set the screen. Hits it from three-point range.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
On the wing, Jones. Taken away. And so it's Toronto riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Raptors so far.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Martin is out there with Edwards. Then it's Mozgov. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Brandon in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Martin with a screen on Hawkins. Podziemski's shot is good.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The 76ers trail by 18. Jones kicks to Turkoglu. Back to Jones. Screen by Jones. Pass to Turkoglu. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. A three-pointer off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
And finished off by Martin.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Good on the three-point shot. Turkoglu's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for him. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Bridges passes to King. A three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Miller finds Okongwu. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Lively a screen on Bridges. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
And here's Turkoglu for three. Sinks the three-pointer. Turkoglu's got 6 in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Fires the three. Rebound by the Raptors. They led the game at one point by 20. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season. And quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
And he gets it to go.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. He's checked in for Martin. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and look at the NBA's best rebounding teams for this last month. In fourth, the Raptors.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Williams looking over the floor. Miller outside. Rebound by the Raptors. Kings got 9 rebounds now tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 19-point game.
Over the course of his career, Lou Williams has really improved as a passer. That is nicely done.
Toronto's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. For 3, on his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Back to Miller. Lets it go with a 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Podziemski. 6 points for him. Launches it. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. is making a switch here. Fears is checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Williams, he's checked in for Lou Williams. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, well, Devin Booker grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but around age 15, he moved to Moss Point, Mississippi to live and train with his father. Booker said, quote, "I understood the goal and I just embraced the culture and the inner city. They took me in, it was a really important time, and it was good for me." Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Miller outside. Good. And a nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Toronto leading by 20. 50 seconds left in the first half. And again, Toronto with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
76ers have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Miller with a wide open look. The 76ers another 3.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's the 3. And again, it's Toronto with the 3.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so it's Toronto riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Toronto Raptors.
It's one-sided on the scoreboard. Also in the rebounding column. They're hammering on these guys. This is how you blow a team out.
Yep, secure those boards, good things happen. Scientifically proven.
Now let's go ahead and recognize the Player of the Month Award recipients. What do you think about our Eastern Conference winner?
He's been their catalyst when they need a bucket or they need someone to make a play. They know they can turn to him like I could turn to you, Ernie.
Indeed.
Playing the 3, he offers a lot of versatility as well, Shaq.
Ain't that what I just said?
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Raptors leading by 23. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Williams is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Miller. Then it's Okongwu.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now here's Williams. No scoring in this one. Miller, no luck.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
The quick look, no good that time. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Philadelphia. Miller outside. And the three off target.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Flinging the screen for Fears. From outside the arc. That shot misses. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Miller, that's for 2. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Fires for 3. Fears' shot is off.
Struggling to get into their groove here, just 1 for 4.
Okongwu with the screen for Miller. The 76ers with another miss.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
Pass to King. Now Fears. Toronto working the ball around now. Okongwu against King. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 44.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Yeah, I think Coach calls this timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots. You've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
See what you got. Keep on here. Nice try. It's all good.
Now we get a chance to view the NBA's best setup men. Jeremiah Fears is second.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Miller. They need this one. And it's King with the rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss. Pass to Bridges. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Pass to Fears. Back to Bridges. Off target from three-point range. Philadelphia has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Now Fears. Good. That's another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. DiVincenzo with it. Miller kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Miller. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And the 76ers making a change here. Turkoglu's checked in. Pass to Green. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And here is Williams. And here's Turkoglu from the arc. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Raptors.
Number 2, Brandon Podziemski.
Toronto with the ball. A 12-0 run right now and counting. Toronto working the ball around now. Mozgov dishes to Martin. Three-pointer. Turkoglu grabs the board.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Lets it go. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
That's good from Williams.
And the young guard Williams is an exceptional talent, an explosive player who plays with a lot of energy.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for the 76ers. And Williams drops them both. 1:51 left in the third. Outside, Martin. Pass to Mozgov. Here's Brandon. Bangs home the trifecta. Brandon's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Philadelphia's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. The number 1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
Martin against Okongwu. Stolen by Lively. And here's the fast break. Here's DiVincenzo. Lively, that's good. Lively's got his first points of the game.
Well, you can see Lively adding to his toolkit. You love that little interior bucket.
35 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Martin. Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Lets it go from deep. Here's Lively. No good on the last second attempt there. And so is Toronto with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Brandon Podziemski. Martin is out there with Mozgov. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Augmon in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
Raptors shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Now Podziemski. It's Martin on the wing. Pass to Green. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. Now Hawkins. Miller outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Hey, get on him! Yo, get on him, yo! Ball. I got your help, man.
That's on you! Who's got ball?
Step out! Pick! Hey.
Yo, right here.
Blue. Screen coming, pick coming!
Green!
I got your help!
Screen!
Shooter, no! Go!
I got your help!
Crash the
You got him!
Crash the boards!
Shot!
Don't get picked! Pick it in!
Hey, green!
That's all you! Put it back! Give me that!
Oh, busted, baby!
Watch that shooter!
Don't wait for me. If you see it, just go. That's what's up.
Yep.
And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the game. Festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Cason Wallace, and it's Yao in at the center position. Down low. Oh, it's stolen away. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Here's Whitehead. Up and in on the layup. And the Hornets with possession here. Such a unique player, Clark. Miles Turner. He's both a floor spacer and a rim protector.
There aren't too many guys like that in the league, B.A. I mean, those are two very...
Oh, that was bad intentions.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
But, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Wiggins outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Whitehead passes to Wallace. Outside, Williams. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Takes the three, and the Warriors with another three.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Wiggins outside, jacks up a three. And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Paul looking over the floor. Clock at 6. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out.
Paul entered the league with an already developed game, but then he made his jumper pure.
Now here's Wallace. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Drops in the three.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
Wiggins outside. Now here's Paul. He's covered closely. Back to Wiggins. Pass to Exum. Outside Paul. Bagley sets a screen. Plenty of space. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
Another assist in the career of Chris Paul. As good as anybody we've seen past the rock.
Wallace, the pass to Williams. Back to Wallace. The three ball. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
Last year, these two gave us a very entertaining season series, splitting the games.
Well, you look at these teams, evenly matched, similar capabilities. That makes for exciting games. We'll see if that's the case tonight.
Here's Whitehead. Second chance effort. And the layup is up and in.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a two-time champion as an assistant coach.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024, and that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Good on the shot.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
The Warriors lead by 5. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Charles Lee. He immediately brought up Jason Tatum, the incredible all-star forward